Yo.
What up? What up?
What up, though? What's going on, man?
Man, episode 74, baby.
Ooh, I'm glad you remember that. I kind of forgot this week. I didn't even, I did put it on my note. No,
I've been writing it down, man. I've been writing down. You know, I'm getting old.
You get
Let me tell you something, man. This week, I was playing. I got reminded of my age twice this week. So, over the weekend, I was at the beach, and my 14-year-old son goes, "Papa, I want to race you."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Let's get it."
Let's get it.
And I pulled a hamstring.
Of course you did.
And you know what's
You
funny?
ain't stretched before, bro.
Nope. And you know what's funny, man? Before I ran, I go, this is the kind of shit when people pull hamstrings. And sure enough, bro, about 3/4 of the way through my 100-yard dash,
100-yard
I had to pull up.
I wouldn't even race a 14-yard, bro. That's peak athleticism, bro.
Nah.
You had him?
I got to show. Yeah.
You had
I
him?
would have had him, bro. Yeah.
If you would have pulled the hammy?
I pulled the hammy about 3/4 of the way through, man.
I'm not even trying to race a 14-year-old, bro.
And then,
Not even, yeah.
And then this morning, I was my youngest, who does virtual school, he got up early because he's into baseball, so he wanted to play some catch. Dude threw the ball, man. I caught it, turned around to throw it back, and tweaked my back.
You tried to pull the Jeter, bro? You tried to pull the throwback with the Jeter? Threw the whole back out, bro. Damn, dude. Yo, I'm trying to think. I used to be fairly active, like try to like at least go to like the gym and play basketball,
Yep.
or I used to play in rec leagues all the time, like sport. But I haven't done that in so long because a couple years ago I broke my finger playing flag football of all things on Thanksgiving,
yeah.
and it was like some 14-year-old kid I was chasing after. And I broke my finger, bro, because I got snagged in like the belt, in the flag football belt. And ever since then, I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I had my day. It's like, I'm going to bow out gracefully.
Dude, we played football at the place where we used to work. Well, not at the place, but with people that we used to work with.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time. 'Cause I remember going to work like the next, whatever it was, like a day or two later, and going, "No, man, like I don't get paid for this.
Yo, I remember
I'm not supposed to be getting hurt." Like
during that, somebody said, "Yo, y'all want to switch it to tackle instead of two-hand touch?" And we're like, "Nah, bro, we got to be at work on Monday." Like, I remember that shit.
and
Bro.
like show my fingers. I'm like, I need these bad boys. These are my money makers.
How am I supposed to hit these calculators if I got these fingers, bro? Dude, it's so, I get, every once in a while, man, I'll like turn too fast and you know, some gets tweaked, like a muscle I didn't even know I had. And I'm like, yeah, I missed the good old days.
Yeah,
bro.
man. 47 ain't treating me good lately, man. One thing though, man, because I still like I don't work out like I used to, man. But I still do work out. The injuries don't take long to heal. So like the hamstring, like even this morning on my walk with the dogs, like I could still feel it, but it's going away quickly.
Oh, so
like it's healing quickly. So
the work is worth it.
yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not there yet. I'm at the gym, the working out every day. I still get moody. The walk does me good though. I do the walks
With
every
the dog?
day. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does me good. Like if I don't do it, I can feel it. So like even mentally I can feel it. But like I gotta try to embrace the gym thing, man. I can't, man. Like I just get mad.
I actually want to
reason.
get back to the gym. 'Cause I do like a home thing because I have a little Bowflex at the house, man. That's what I use. It does the trick, man, to kind of keep you somewhat in shape, right, man? But I miss the gym grind.
The actual.
So
yeah.
I want to get
I
back.
think I could do it at home. Yeah, I think I would have to. I like how you just threw in the tax bracket without throwing in the tax bracket. Like I got a Bowflex, but you know.
Bro, let me tell you something. That's a real low tax bracket. The Bowflex is about 13 years old.
It's like it's the first Bowflex.
Yeah. It's like it is. It's like it's the first one. It's the one that you could fold up and it go in a corner.
Oh,
like
shit.
how they used to advertise it. You know, like you advertise it so like, you know, it's sort of compact or goes under the bed or whatever. This one just like folds up and goes into a corner.
Okay. Do they still make that, man?
I don't know.
Like those newer versions of it?
I don't think so, man. I've seen the newer versions and they got real fancy. The volume got real high on this shit,
that's what
right?
I was looking at now. I'm like, do I gotta lower it? Oh, I see what I did, bro. I threw your volume up dumb high. My bad. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then over here, the power shit in that one. Keep crossing.
Get my volume right,
There you
man.
go, man. I'm trying to mess with it, man. I'm like, oh. We haven't.
Just keep it
Look at
rolling,
that.
man. We'll edit this shit
I'm,
out.
I'm trying to find the power cable. I'm like, there's one that keeps interfering with the other one. I'm like, it's that one. Yeah, keep that one over there. There we go. I'm like, it's one of them and touches it.
But yeah, man. How's your weekend? Oh, your week. Yeah, I know you was gone this week.
Yeah, man. It was good, man. I was in New York. Good time, man. I got to spend Halloween with my sister and my brother-in-law, my newborn nephew, man.
New baby, man. That's right.
Man, it was cool, man. He was born back. We might have hit on that on here.
We did.
Yeah, born back in like May. So
Remember, she called when we were on here.
That right?
Right? We were doing the show.
We were literally doing the show. I think
Yeah.
to tell me when that. Yeah, you're right, man. So yeah, finally got to meet him. It was a good time, man. It was fun. Spent his first Halloween. You forget what it's like having a newborn around, like the attention and like the stuff you got to do. But I also miss the fact that you can put your kid down somewhere and they stay there. I was like, yo. Like,
I was gonna ask you, do you so messing with the newborn this past week? Do you miss it?
fuck no.
No, right? Dude, sometimes my wife says something like, "Oh, you know, I wish I can go back and like redo it," and I'm going, "Nope, I'm good with the teenagers." Yeah.
Nah, man. There is something about it where I'm like, I like kids, right? So for me, like, oh, it's cool. Like I like you do miss that stage, right? Like, and you forget what your kids were like when they were like that. But yeah, man. There's something about the independence that my kids have now, where you're like, oh yeah, I missed.
Oh, you miss it?
No. Like sorry, I wouldn't miss like. Not they you can send them off to do their own shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
right.
like, yo, go get dressed or go get yourself something to eat or go, you know, like little shit like that where you're just like, fuck, man, I forgot how these people rely on you. Like these kids rely on you for everything.
For everything.
That little man. Like there's upsides to it, but you're also like, it's funny. I joked with my sister, like, you know, because obviously the baby's now at that stage where every day, right, they're doing something new and you're excited. You're like, they're doing this, they're doing that, and I'm like, man, you spent like those first 12 months teaching them to walk and talk. And then the rest of their life telling them to shut up and sit down. and I'm like, man, and it was so funny. I go, yo, enjoy this, because eventually they'll get, like, my kids are moody now. You know, like they'll be, like, they were excited about being there, but like they're at that awkward stage, right? Like my daughter's like that preteen stage where everything sucks and everything's like just overly dramatic. And then my son is overly dramatic, like all of it, and you're just like, oh, like I miss you when you guys didn't have thoughts. I was looking at my nephew, I was holding him, and I'm like making stupid faces, and he's laughing, and I'm like, I miss the simplicity of this.
Yeah, something to be said about that,
like,
man.
They got thoughts now and opinions. Like I hate it.
Shit, I'm having conversations about, like, you know, early adulthood, because these dudes are in high school, and that's a, you know, it was a jump from elementary to middle, and then now that they're in high school, it's like, you know, they don't like school, and so now I'm having the conversations about, all right, man, so in 4 years when you're a quote unquote adult and you don't want to go to college, like, guess what, you know, like, where you getting money for this? And I'm trying to teach them like work ethic, where it's like you go to school, even if you don't like it, just do your best.
Do you do like the credit card thing for them or anything, or like the debit card thing?
I do have one. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm at that stage now where I'm like, all right, maybe I should do like one of these debit cards, or like, because they don't quite understand like the value of the
Turn mine down.
The value of like like right now it's like our money, right? Yeah. Like right now it's like I want this, I want that. And it's so funny, man. They get birthday money now, and then so I'll make them like deduct it from the birthday money, and to watch the choices they make, you know, like when it's their money, like, bro, treat that shit like it's mine. I want that same energy you had. You was buying $57 worth of Minecraft coins. Like, I'm like, nah, man.
No, mine will use it because I don't think that, like, it's not real.
Yep, my daughter will. My son
He thinks about it.
Yeah, he actually thinks about it. He does the math.
That's dope.
Like, dude, I've never seen someone stretch $20 the way this kid has stretched $20 now about 6 weeks. and every like week or two or so he'll spend like $4. And it's so funny, man. Like one of the things when you buy like the coins, like the package is like $5, right? And you get a discount if you just spend the $5, you get more of the coins or whatever. And he'll be like, I only want to spend the $4. And he'll be like real specific. I'm like, damn, all right.
That's the next Elon Musk, bro.
Yep, I call him 401k, bro. That's his little nickname, bro. It's a running joke. I'm gonna live with my daughter because she's gonna be fun when I'm old, but he gonna support the party.
All right, man. Yo, I know we didn't do the intro yet. Welcome back, everybody. Episode 74. He's Juan and I'm Sean, and every week we get together, have a few drinks, and talk about things going on in the world. Try to focus on things making an impact, whether they be good, bad, or otherwise. And we had something delicious that we already finished.
Yep.
We on to the next thing, but I'm gonna let Juan hit y'all on what we had earlier. Hit him.
Yo, we had some delicious shit. We stuck with the mezcal. Same thing from Shaker and Spoon. We had another recipe. This one's called the Spellbinder, and it's an ounce and a half of mezcal, 3/4 ounce of cream of coconut, 1.5 ounce of pineapple juice, and I'm gonna butcher this, bro. This thing, the spelling of this, it's a 1/2 ounce of dark Zingibericao syrup.
That's pretty good, man.
I'm gonna put it in the IG and the TikTok, and y'all go in there on YouTube, whatever, and somebody tell me how to really say that. I'm hoping that's
pretty good,
right.
Bro.
and then a pinch of the coconut, the toasted coconut, like the flakes. Dude, this tastes like a pina colada, but smoky because
like a smoky pina colada. Yep,
it's fire, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that was delicious.
I feel like we should be poolside. We do that a lot on here, where we always have like a fruity ass drink. Where I feel like I should be shirtless somewhere, like with my pulled muscles, enjoying that, like,
with the beer gut out.
Yeah. Me enjoy my dad bod out on this day bed real quick.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna have that shit posted up on IG at least. We forgot to record making other drinks, so that probably won't be on the TikTok. But if for those of you, I know there's a few of you out there that follow the drinks that we make, definitely check this one out. If you're not a mezcal fan, it doesn't matter. Just try it anyway. It's so, like you said, it's like a smoky pina colada.
Yeah, it's the best.
It was delicious.
Way I know how to describe it. And then now we moved on to a tequila called El Tesoro, and it's extra añejo. And now we're doing that one just straight, with the remnants of what was formerly the Spellbinder. So we still got
that glass is looking real dirty.
It really is, bro. The glass looks gross. So if you guys are watching the YouTube video, I promise you, this glass was clean when we started. It's just coconut and sticky stuff and what. Anyway, it's good.
It's delicious.
Yeah, and that tequila's fire. So, but woo.
All right, man. Yo, carbon footprint of the week for me goes out to Mr. General Colin Powell.
Ooh, that's a risky one. All right, let's go.
So he passed on October 18th. But Colin Powell is a native New Yorker, man, born in Harlem to Jamaican immigrant parents. And this dude actually got a bachelor's degree in geology.
Rocks, bro?
Which is like the makeup of the earth, essentially.
I guess you got to figure out what it's made out of before you blow it up.
But this dude, he's got a bachelor's degree in geology. He ended up going back and getting his MBA. The guy served 35 years in the military, got to a rank of 4-star general, which you can't get any higher. Actually, he ended up serving as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, which is actually the highest position in the Department of Defense. Wow. But served in the Vietnam War, served as National Security Advisor. Funny story with this dude, man. When he was first commissioned as an officer, he was training in Georgia, and it was when the Army first started to end segregation, so started to integrate the soldiers. So when he got his commission as an officer, there were still places in Georgia that wouldn't serve him. So like going to bars, going to restaurants, they wouldn't serve him.
How crazy is it?
Is that crazy, bro?
Bro, but not only that, that you would enlist to fight for a country that doesn't see you equal as the rest of its citizens.
Exactly,
fucking
bro.
Nuts to me, bro.
And to think that was a good idea.
I'm willing to die for this place that doesn't respect me as a person.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right, like you could go places, to know that you could go places in the country. And you ever seen that movie, The Green Book?
The Green Book.
It's a phenomenal movie if you ever get a chance to watch it, man.
The jazz player? Or the piano? The pianist?
He's a pianist. Yes.
Okay. I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's a great movie, man. And it's kind of like this. He's like almost like a world-renowned pianist, and he gets all these gigs, and a lot of the gigs are in the South. And so he has to go down and play. The guy plays in places that won't serve him dinner.
That's so fucking crazy.
So for this guy, for Colin Powell, man, like you said, to enlist to serve as an officer in the army of a country where you could still go places and not get served because of the color of your skin, it takes a different kind of guy.
Bro, yeah. You want to talk about taking the high road, bro? How do you do that in that scenario where you're like, yeah, how do you set that aside and just go, I'm going to do this for the bag? Right, like in the case of the guy from
wonder,
the Green Book,
right?
Like,
what is
if you're Colin Powell? What's the motivation?
What's the motivation,
there?
right?
Like you, why are you putting your life on the line for a country that doesn't respect you at the bare minimum as a human? Like it's crazy to me, man. Like,
but also I wonder, if you growing up in New York, right? The difference between growing up in the North versus growing up in the South, especially during that time, was probably big.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then you go like, oh, you're gonna go train in Georgia, and who knows what you're thinking about. Dude, my father, who was born in 1929, he said when he was growing up that they used to call Georgia hang a nigga Georgia. Like the joke between like his friends, right? Like, and he also served in the army. He was in the Korean War, served in the army, and he's like, that's what they used to call Georgia.
I can see that, man.
So you're talking about, he was born in 29. So you probably didn't go into the army until he was, between 18 and 20. So you say 1959, 1960-ish, and they were still doing it then. That's not that long ago,
That's not that long ago, bro. Dude, that's a person ago. Two people ago, right? That's great grandparents, maybe grandparents.
No, man. Oh well, yeah.
Grandparents.
Yes. Yeah. For you, yeah.
For me, it'd be like a grandparent.
It would have been like a grandparent.
It could be a parent. Yeah. Yo, like, dude, we might have talked about this before, but like on here, but I've never experienced racism till I moved to the South.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Northeast. I thought racism was like shit in the history books.
Yep.
And I remember like when I moved here for the first time, and this was like 2000, and I remember hearing like the first racist shit, and somebody like meant it, and I remember like chuckling at first, and then I looked at them and I was like, oh, they're dead ass.
Yeah, you're serious.
And I was like, this is wild. Like I've only read about this. Like I thought this was gone. Like
yeah.
Never. Like so you figure in the Northeast, yeah, like much quicker we all became sort of integrated. It's just odd that the basically like you would take like the Civil War and go wherever the lines in the sand were drawn. It kind of stayed that way culturally for a very long time. Yeah, I mean, and to this day, right? Like if you think of racism,
oh, dude, I experienced that shit like several years ago. You know what I mean? Like it's still not dead. Yeah. But anyway, going back to him, man. Going into like the 90s, this guy, he served. What was it? They wanted him to run for president. But he kept declining.
That's right. After Bush,
that's Bush Senior. After Bush Senior. Yeah. He was the first black Secretary of State under President Bush. So under Bush Jr.
Bush Jr.
All right. I read this article about it was by Mark Benioff, which is the dude for Salesforce.
Okay.
Right. And he told a story about like when he first met him and actually the impact that he had on him as a person. He had gone to some like conference to kind of, I don't know, like gain some motivation and stuff. And Colin Powell has spoke about how companies should be like forces for good and for change. And the guy left there going like, man, like at the time he worked for Oracle. And he went back to Oracle and he's the one that came up with the idea to go, yo, we need to put computers in like all the schools, like worldwide. And so he went back and he started that program and he told the story about, they were doing it in the school in DC. And for whatever reason, they didn't have enough people and they weren't going to get the computers installed. And he called Colin Powell and he was like, yo, I called him and I was, kind of like disappointed in myself and disappointed that we weren't gonna be able to do it. And he told them, yo, like we're here, we got the equipment. I don't have people. And he was like, within a few hours, like, and I'm gonna get the number wrong, but let's just say 100 Marines showed up and installed all the computers. And that's the kind of pull this guy had. Colin Powell also did. He has a program, and it's called America's Promise, and it was to help underserved youth in New York, because he actually went to he went to college in New York.
Okay.
So born and raised there, went to college there. So had this nonprofit. But Mark Benioff also told the story about he ended up serving on the board for Salesforce, and he was just talked about his character and the thing that the sort of the impact that he had. And he's like, when he started Salesforce, because of his dealings with Colin Powell, he was like, I need to make like philanthropic and employees and community part of the company. And so, and Salesforce employs like 75,000 people.
Yeah, they're massive.
It's massive. So when we talk about carbon footprints, right, and the impact that this guy has had on people like throughout his life, and even this one guy, right, this Mark Benioff, who ends up owning this massive company and has passed down those those principles to even to his employees and to his community. And man, so I'm just like, this dude, for whatever faults he had, it seems like the guy tried to do well throughout his life and definitely had an impact.
Dude, absolutely. And it's funny, man, is like I know I'm usually the asshole on here who like tries to pick like the guy who was like the dick this week. And I can almost take this same one and like we always talk about perspective, right? If you look at Colin Powell from the perspective of, say, someone in the Middle East.
Oh, yeah.
And you think
he started that shit over there, right? You go like, he made the wrong call. He was the one that said that they had the weapons of mass destruction.
Like you look at, I mean, him and Dick Cheney, right? For a long time, were looked at as like warlords, right? So depending on who in the world you ask, like Colin Powell's probably looked at as like this, like monster. And then, like, to your point, you look at him here from a patriot's perspective. Like you look at the philanthropic stuff that he's done, and you go like, man, what a great guy. Heart was in the right place, yada yada yada. But then you look at this other side of the world, and they go, oh, potentially responsible for thousands of deaths. Like, the perspective quickly changes on Colin Powell, depending on where in the world you're sitting, man. Like and no one's wrong.
No,
right?
Good,
like, that's
good,
their reality.
Bad, or otherwise.
Yeah,
bro.
right. Like their reality was like, nah, that's the guy that caused them to blow up my cousin at a daycare, whatever, because they dropped some bomb. And then like over here, we're like, yo, but he did this for schools and he helped, and we're right too. Like it's crazy, man. Like from you could take someone who's so, I don't know, man. Like if you live your life that way, where you have a pool, like we talk about this shit all the time. Make me feel some type of way. Just hate me, love me, whatever. Like, but make me feel some kind of way.
Right.
If you hit both, like
you won,
bro. Like, yeah. And you go like, no one's indifferent to Colin Powell. I feel like the name is so polarizing. For a long time, it's like Colin Powell's like, oh, I was part of that Bush administration with Cheney. Like you couldn't, like it was like shaky ground, right? Like after that Bush run, like no one was asking Colin Powell to run for president after the second Bush run, right? Like
right.
It's just odd, man, how like that is the definition of like, yo, depending on where you sit, it's totally gonna dictate how you see this guy, bro. Like it's odd, but in a remarkable life nonetheless. But you're just like,
right. You say that a remarkable life, but like you said, man, we say in the beginning of this show, right? Good, bad, or otherwise, man. And like you said, perspective will tell the tale on how that guy's remembered.
Because like when I hear the name, dude, I think of all the negative sort of press behind it. But then, like, as an American, you're kind of just like, yeah, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, everybody wanted to smoke. They got it. You know what I mean? Like, and then...
we going to get that all. Get that all.
We going to get that all. we got cars to run and shit, bro. Just get out the way. I don't know why nobody knows
Don't you know
that.
we drive SUVs?
We need all the gas, bro. Just get out the way. I go back to making... carpets and crimpets and wherever the fuck you do in whatever part of the world.
Well, one person that trolled his ass was old Donnie T.
Say it,
dude. Donald Trump, man, that dude never ceases to amaze me, bro. So he was like, he goes, he talks about the mistakes on Iraq, right? the whole weapons of mass destruction thing. He called them a rhino who would attack Republicans. So rhino, RINO, is Republicans in name only. And then he goes, but anyway, may he rest in peace. So he talks shit about him, and then he says that.
Yo, Donald keeps the same energy. I like it though,
dude.
Because that's some shit he would have said about him while he was alive.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you gotta respect it, bro.
Still, man, I'm just going like, man, you gotta at least you can't like just be quiet.
Nah,
but I guess that's not in his MO.
It's not in his MO, man. He's like, but I do listen. You gotta respect the fact that he goes, which it's in poor taste. Like the guy's dead, bro. Like let him have give him his flowers, bro. Let him have his time. But he goes. He's some shit he would have said about him, and like had he been standing in front of him,
yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm like, nah, you know what? You gotta respect that shit, bro. Like, I don't know, man. We was talking about just keep that same energy you had.
Well, he don't got a problem with
Donnie
that.
Keeps the same energy, bro.
Yep.
At least he got some energy. The current president be tired.
Dude, did you see him?
Bro, every time I see him, he's sleeping.
And dude, I swear, man, the media be trying to catch his ass sleeping. That motherfucker blink to take a picture.
They just be fucking with him. Even CNN just be, I'm like, damn, bro, ain't that y'all boy, man? Yeah, they got no good pictures of video of Biden on CNN. None. He always looks either sleepy or like he just woke up.
And then the one, so this was in what there was like the UN something.
Yeah, was it G20? Was it G20 summit?
Is that what it was? I don't know.
It's something, man.
But the video of it shows him sleeping, right? And then somebody comes up to him and is talking to him. I wonder if somebody goes, yo, he's sleeping. Like, go over there.
Oh, like keep him in, like up.
Yeah, like go tell him that, coffee's coming or something.
Bro, this dude's grandpa, bro. You'd be like, yo, make sure grandpa don't fall asleep before dinner. Like, go keep him up. Bro, like, fuck, man. Like, because I've watched these G20 summit things, like, it's boring, bro. I would sleep through that.
But, dude. I can't stay awake in conference calls.
Yeah, hell no. But you're the leader of the free world, bro. You gotta be like, take a Addy or something, bro. Like, goddamn, like how you sleeping through that?
Yeah, you should take a line of coke before he goes in.
That's what Donald does, bro. You ever see Donald? Donald is definitely on some uppers, bro. I don't know which ones, but he's on some, bro. It was Adderall, some kind of speed. Donald Trump, there's no way you got that kind of energy at 70, whatever. What is he? Pushing 80, right?
Probably. How old is Biden? No, Biden's pushing the 80.
106, bro.
Well, Trump ain't done yet, man.
Biden expired, bro.
They was trying to do a first in, first out. That motherfucker was in the back. They forgot about him.
Yo, does he get through the 4? Are we, 1 year in?
No, we 2, right?
Are we? No, 1, bro.
No, 2018, no?
Nah, bro.
Was it 2020?
2020, bro.
Yeah?
He's only like 8 months in. You know how they always do those fast forwards of what the presidents look like at that
end of office? Yeah. You know what? We've only been doing this for, a year and a half or so?
Yeah, we did it during the
And we did
Trump.
it during it. That's right. Yeah.
So
2020, he started.
So 2021 was his first year as president. 2020 was the election. So last November. Actually, a year today, bro. What's today? November 2nd when we're recording this, right? The election is the 2nd of the 8th.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right.
He won last year, so he's been president since January. Bro, when they do the little fast forward thing for Biden, it's just going to be a corpse. It look like he took office.
If they have an audio, it'd be like this.
It's just... It's gonna be dried up ass. He gonna look like a what do you call that? Like one of them like beef jerky, bro. He's just looking crazy, bro. Oh, he look weathered as shit, bro.
Did you see Trump? So Trump is doing his own social media.
Yo, so he's for real about it.
Yeah, he's for real. He's gonna call it. He's gonna call it Truth. I told you, man, you should go with our name, TikTok.
TikTok, bro. You missing out a golden opportunity, Trump. Hit us up. We'll sell you the name on a cheap.
But yeah, man, he's doing like his social media site. Supposed to be first quarter of 2022, and wow, man, and so he's still banned from like Twitter
everything.
and everything.
I miss him on Twitter, bro.
So he's but his son is good. His son is pretty good.
His son is great
gold.
on IG. Oh, his son is great. But I miss Trump on Twitter, bro. Because no matter what, bro, you knew 3 a.m. some shit went down. Trump was on the toilet somewhere, just Twitter fingers was going off. Oh, bro, the shit he used to tweet about, man, was fucking. I go back now and look at some of my responses, or like me retweeting, like just talking shit about him, and I go, I didn't realize what I had. I should have appreciated it more. I'm sorry, Donald.
Sorry, Donald.
I come back. I'll be playing a little joint. I'm like, baby, come back. I just missed the fun. I'll be forgetting we have a president now.
It's because we don't.
I'm like, are we free agents? Like, are we single? Hey, be like, Joe, what are you gonna do about the budget deficit? Bro, it was crazy. I know this is so off topic. Maybe it's not. But when they were doing the shit about voting for the debt threshold, it's like a formality. Like they go, oh, are we allowed to go over budget? And the government goes over budget every year.
Yeah, on everything.
And then they just like have to approve or unapprove. I go, what's the fucking point of the debt ceiling then? Just get rid of that shit forever, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. That's just gonna be another rabbit hole to go down. But somebody was gonna print. You see, somebody was gonna print a coin that was like $1 trillion coin to raise the debt ceiling, like something crazy. It would like solve it.
Oh no!
Yeah, you would mint one coin, and you would give it a worth of $1 trillion, and it would like circumvent the whole system where they didn't have to go and do the vote for the debt ceiling. Like, bro, it was so stupid that I go, just get rid of the fucking rule, bro. Like,
no, we need a coin.
Maybe I'm oversimplifying it. Yeah, it's like no, mint the coin, bro. Like a Chuck E. Cheese coin. It's like I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Jeff Bezos will want it.
Yeah. Jeff got everything, bro.
All right, man. You got anything for your carbon footprint?
Oh man, yo, I actually had like the city of Philadelphia, bro. I think they listened, bro. So like their police force, they just voted to approve this bill to ban police from making minor traffic stops.
Yeah. So like, I mean, what's minor traffic? So like running a red light,
broken tail light.
Okay.
Like expired tag, expired like registration. Well, same thing. Expired inspection. Sorry.
Okay.
So that's not a thing in Florida, but it's a thing up there. So it would basically take these like sort of secondary violations, and you can't get pulled over for them. So you could still get pulled over for, say, running the red light.
Yep. Okay.
But then, like, if you have a busted tail light, if you have an expired tire, all that shit, like, you can't get pulled over for those anymore.
But if you get pulled over for
the other shit,
they can probably hit you for that, right?
It's still. But I think what this does, man, and this can't be discounted, is like, dude, there's such a disparity between like the brown and black communities, just minorities in general, and the white communities and traffic stops and yada yada. And one of the things like you get rid of is like, for example, the whole registration, right? The poverty level in the minority community is obviously, depending on the city, most of the time far greater than the white community. Most of the time, somebody has an expired tag. They're not trying to be a dick. They can't afford to renew the tag, right? It's not the end of the world.
Or they like, fuck that.
Right? But
I got to buy bread this week.
But more times, yeah, exactly. More times than not, they're like, yo, I got to buy eggs and food. I got to feed my family. I don't got the $40. Whatever. Like, so I think what this does is it gets rid of these stops that almost innately just target minorities. Like, and it's almost like there's like a name for it. It's like driving while black, right? Where they go, you get pulled over about this dumb shit like a busted tail light, and then they escalate into these stupid scenarios with police officers that would have just completely been avoided if you just didn't pull them over for the busted. And granted, they got to find a way. Whatever, send a ticket to your house, fine. But do you need the entire?
You have cameras for that shit, bro.
Yeah. You can give me a ticket for speeding and all this other shit with cameras. Like, then you figure out a way to do it here. Like, which is what we talked about. So man, they're doing it in the past. Like the vote wasn't even close.
And so I know New York does the same thing with the whole inspection thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just because there's a lot of people and they feel like they need to have like emissions under control? I feel like it's kind of like a racket
for the government. Make sure
racket.
Your car is up to standard, like that you keep up. Yeah, it's stupid, bro. Like I remember Jersey does it. When I lived in Jersey, you had to go get an inspection sticker on your car, and like California does it.
What do you pay for that?
I don't know. It's probably like $100 a year or something, like $40. It's like part
of
that's
more than my registration.
Yeah, it's stupid, bro.
I'm just saying, like so here in Florida, right? Like we don't have that.
What is it?
We pay registration. My registration is probably like $40.
40, 50. Yeah, like
if I had to pay another $100 for an inspection sticker,
and I think it's part of the registration.
I'd be
right?
mad.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the point? Like emissions and all that shit. Nah, bro, make the when you buy it.
Stop selling combustion engines.
Yep.
There's the emissions.
Figure that out. Like,
right? If you have a Tesla, do you have to? I guess you don't do that.
I would hope. I would guess not, right? Like, what are you
I
going
don't
to
know.
test, right? Because they test that shit for everything, noise and all your lights and yada, yada, yada. You're just like...
Yeah, man, go away.
Yeah, we don't have that shit. Like you said, we don't have that shit in Florida. We doing just fine, bro. Listen, man, after spending a weekend in New York, as a Floridian, my first thought is like, you cucks in New York, bro. I was so disappointed at how soft like they come off. Bro, the COVID shit there is like...
I was going to say, how's the COVID
You can't
shit?
do anything without proof of vaccination indoors. And like, you want to go eat inside? Proof of vaccination.
Oh, you got to carry your card.
Yeah. And you have to wear the mask. So not only do you want me to be vaccinated, it's like, all right, cool. But then I still have to wear the mask inside.
What's the point?
So what's the fucking point of getting vaccinated? Like, just let me make me wear the mask. And then so like again, as a Floridian, you're like, you fucking cucks. And then like when you do the math, you're like, yo, there's a lot of y'all. Like a lot of y'all.
Yeah, there is.
So you then you go like, all right, there's a dense population. Like, how do you control this from getting out of control when you have 8 million people on an island? Essentially, I looked at actually while we were there, we were having this conversation. Dude, the population of Orlando, where we live, which is a pretty spread out city, it's like 240,000. New York has 8 million on an island, like
in Manhattan, right?
In Manhattan, dude, it's
is it 8 million in Manhattan,
it's
or is it New York
stupid,
City
dude.
in total, like the 5 boroughs?
No, I think it's 5 boroughs is 8 million. If only there was a place we could look that up. I'm pretty sure, but then you go, all right, man. There's a lot of y'all. It's a dense population. Like, I get it, but and honestly, the weather was beautiful, so we ate outside most of the time anyway, and we all had sort of our cards. But I'm kind of like,
New York City, 8.82 million,
dude,
almost 9 million people, bro.
New York City, that's a lot of fucking people. So I go, all right, you can't keep something under control with that many people in that small of a space. Like, I get it. So, but like my first thought, I'm like, bro, like we're doing everything in Florida. Like we raw dog in the air, but we've been raw dog in the air for a year and a half, bro. We like, and like at first I was just kind of like almost put off by the whole thing, and then like when you start to look around and you go, yo, there's people everywhere. Like you walk a block and you're like, I just seen as many people as I see all week back home, and you just see them in like a span of 5 minutes, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, I get it. Like, yo, people are a nuisance there. I was gonna say, and
I know,
bro.
Yeah, and I know people that live there that are like tired of being there.
Yeah, bro. Like, I was looking at that and I'm going, oh, this is why people always look at New Yorkers as like moody people, and I never did. Maybe because I like grew up sort of near that area, so like everybody's just got something to do, somewhere to be, whatever. Like, but when I was looking at it, I go, oh fuck, we're a nuisance, bro. Like, you're just always in the way. So we just don't like each other because it's like, bro, you again? Like, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas, like, in the South, like, you know how there's the whole Southern hospitality?
Yeah.
Yo, we're so spread out. We just be happy to see each other. Like, I'm going, it's kind of like that.
There's humans in that block?
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, shit, there goes Bobby. Like, I ain't seen Bobby in ages. Like, I don't know, man. How do you put that many people in that small of a space? It's fucking crazy to me. New York
And it continues to grow.
Yeah, man, it's not getting smaller. I don't know, man.
Shit is like Little China.
My whole tequila almost just came out of my mouth, bro.
We gonna have to set a limit on the kids y'all can have.
Yo, for real, bro. If China says 2, fucking good enough for me, bro. I gotta have 2.
And that shit just got increased.
Yeah, right. Didn't it just boost it
went
right?
up
Because they had a population decline? And really, they only want to boost it up because they want to be able to fuck us up. Like when it comes to wartime, inevitably. they got sheer numbers, bro. We're just gonna wait. Like, be like, nah, bro, y'all got this. It's gonna be like watching was it 300?
You're just gonna be sending waves of people
everywhere, bro. You're gonna be like, damn, y'all still coming? We need a break. We don't have a third string. God damn, bro.
That's dope. Yo, man, you seen the Facebook shit this week?
I did. I don't know that I quite understand it.
All right, they're rebranding, right? So Facebook is rebranding. For those of you guys that haven't heard, they're rebranding their company name is going to be called Meta. and their focus is going to be focused on building a virtual world. Okay. So they're getting into, they own the Oculus, which is that virtual reality, like gaming headset, if you will.
Yeah.
But they're also doing, and I'm going to get this name wrong. No, I'm not. Horizon Workrooms. So it's going to be VR for work. So it's going to be like you could be in a conference room with your peers. Virtually.
Oh, so like using the Oculus headsets?
I don't know if it's using Oculus. That could be. I didn't see. But that's where they want to go, where it's like you can enter a room like you're really there. You're truly there. You're collaborating, or at least it feels like you're there. They're also partnering with Ray-Ban. They're gonna come out with these glasses that you can take video.
I saw they're out already.
Are they out already?
Facebook glasses.
Are they out already?
There's a name for them. Yeah. Where you can add it to your stories or whatever. Kind of like, remember Snapchat did. I actually have them. I have the Snapchat ones, but
I remember the Google glasses, right? The Google Glass. That's what it was called. I know they came out with them too. But dude, one thing I didn't know was like, so they make like $86 billion annually. Dude, they serve half the planet, bro. 3.5 billion people.
So Facebook makes how much?
86 billion annually.
Yo, when was the last time you spent money on Facebook?
Not never.
Yeah, isn't that crazy, bro? The thing none of us spend money on, right? Unless you're buying ad revenue, makes $80 billion.
86 billion, bro.
It's one of the most valuable companies in the world.
Yeah.
And most of the people you know have never spent a dime on it. It's fucking crazy to me, man.
Yeah, it's nuts, bro. But recently they've had all of the accusations of, that they had the insurrection stuff and the misinformation and all of that. So it's probably a good time for them to kind of look forward and just go like, yeah, we want to distance ourselves from, at least what the public considers to be bad. You know what I mean? And then they've gotten scrutiny over Instagram and how it's affecting the youth and their self-esteem and all of that shit. So
do you think we care?
I think it's clickbait. Do I think that it changes our behavior? No.
Like, I feel like the thing that's gonna, I don't want to say oust Facebook, but the thing that's gonna decrease Facebook's thing is it's gonna be just trend, right? Like the trendiness of it. Like your kids probably don't care about Facebook. They care about TikTok.
I think that's what it is, bro. I think that they're also going, when the younger generation is looking at Facebook, they're going like, oh, that's my parents do that.
Yeah.
Like that's the old people. But now they rebrand and they come out with VR stuff, right? Or augmented reality stuff, right? And then the younger generation goes like, oh, that's meta.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, it's dude, we're stupid like that.
Yeah, of course, bro. like it's like the what do you call that? Like Champion. You remember Champion was like a cheap brand. Champion wasn't like
did Gary Vee buy that shit?
Champion?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question.
But they've recently like come back, right?
They're huge now, bro. You see kids wearing it again now, and you're like, bro, that shit was considered whack when I was growing up. Like, and everything is kind of cyclical, but you're just like, that shit was whack. And then they sort of rebranded themselves.
Yeah.
And then they, whatever, you drop like a nice new logo, you get the right person to take a picture and post it on IG with it, and then suddenly it's like, again, and you're like, that shit was corny.
Dude, my kids love all of those 80s, like, Jordan, those Nikes from the 80s.
Yeah.
Dude, the whether it's the Air Force or the Jordans or what have you. So they'll show me pictures and they'll be like, "Oh, Papa, look." Like for Christmas, like I want these because now that's their thing, right? They into clothes. And I'm like, dude, that shit, like, those are not comfortable.
Yeah, right. Like, they bulky and they're squared. And and you're just like,
but no, man. For them, it's about the looks. But like you said, everything's cyclical, right? So everything's coming back around.
I found myself buying Jordans like from when I was a kid.
The old joint.
Yeah.
Just
for the look of it. Some of it is purely I wanted these when I was a kid and I didn't have them.
Okay.
I could get them now, right? Like, and then some of it is like, I had them or I like them and they're kind of back out. I want a new pair of them again. Like, there's like I I have a couple like that though. But the other thing, man, is I kind of like the new look of shit, man. Like I like I have weird, colorful ass shoes that are like LeBrons or newer Jordans, or just where I'm like, maybe I'm an old head now, right? Because I just go, I like the weird colors and the I don't know, the fact that it's not what we used to wear, the uncomfortable ass shit. Like,
dude, I put them shits on, and if they're comfortable, then I'll buy them. But like for me, it's all about comfort.
See, I have worn uncomfortable shoes because they just look good. I definitely have.
Yeah, I have.
I'm not going on walks.
Not in the last 10 years.
Yeah, no, but I'm like I'm not using them for like anything. Again, this is how I know I'm getting older, bro. Like even walking around the city, I'm like, ooh, what pair of sneakers do I want to bring with me that are like comfortable? You know what I mean? Like, and then you go like, and which ones I don't want to get dirty, and like that whole thing. But I've definitely wore shoes that weren't comfortable because they look good.
Yeah,
I do that shit all the time.
Still?
Yep.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
I like how they look.
I'm not buying them.
He said I'm not buying them.
I'm not buying them, man.
I don't, bro, come to think of it, I don't ever try on shoes before I buy them.
No?
Nope. I know my size.
Well, I do too.
Yeah. And if I like the way they look, I just buy them.
So if you're in the store, you don't try them on?
Nope. I just be like, yo, let me get these in size 10.
You're fucked up.
You're fucked up.
There's something wrong with you.
Yo, I also will buy, like, anything really clothes-wise. I never try anything on. And I'll get home. If it don't fit me, bro.
You take it back?
Nope. It just stays in the closet, bro. I'm horrible about
like,
that shit.
I'll lose a few pounds.
I'm going to get into that eventually.
Yep.
And then eventually never happens.
If it's too big, you'd be like, I'll gain a few pounds.
That's why I like Amazon. I would send shit back from Amazon because it's kind of convenient. But, like, if I got to go to the store and take it back, I'll be like, nah.
So why wouldn't you try it on the store?
I take that out. I don't know, bro. It's too much work.
What's wrong with you?
I gotta go in the dressing room. I gotta take off my pants. I put new pants. I gotta potentially be barefoot in the dressing room. I don't know what's been there. I don't know, bro. The whole idea of it is just weird to me, bro. When somebody walk in, the whole like dressing room thing. I'm like, nah, I'm out. I'll just try them on. I got a house.
Yeah, no, man. Fuck that.
Yeah, and jeans are like one thing where you just go, jeans are, no matter what brand you buy, bro, it could be the exact same size and nobody's jeans fits you the same.
Exactly, which is precisely why they got dressing rooms.
It'd be a surprise for me, bro. When I go try to wear them the first time, I'll be like, fuck. Or I'll be like,
another one.
Yeah.
Goodwill
I got old jeans.
Goodwill coming around tomorrow.
Oh, bro, I've definitely thrown shit in Goodwill where I'm like, fuck, man, these people are probably like, who got rid of these? Like, brand new. Yeah.
Yo, man, this week, JayZ and LL Cool J inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Go.
That was dope, man. I listened to JayZ's acceptance speech, and it was cool, man, because typically and LL did this where he kind of thanked like producers and like his team.
Yeah.
Jay came out and he was like, yo, I gotta give love to like KRS-One, LL Cool J, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Chuck D. And he actually took time on each one of those and he said why. And he even gave love to Dame Dash, right? So like, they had their
beef, they had their falling out. Which Dame, and I saw Dame this week came out like, yo, I want to squash it. Like it's old, but yeah.
But it was coming off the heels of that, where he gave him props and he basically goes like, yo, man, I know we don't see eye to eye, but like the accomplishments that were yours can't be ignored. So it was really cool, man, to see like to see him sort of give or pay homage to all the people and all of those people that he said that he could have gave props to. It was all like, I wanted to be like these guys, and for each one, it was just like, Big Daddy Kane was just like the smooth brother, right? And KRS-One was like the educator, and Chuck D was like the social political guy, and you know what I mean. And Rakim was like this. There was like this fucking amazing lyricist that
Kim was fire.
That could, that could rhyme without cursing. And so all these different, and so it was really cool. And then he was like, even LL, it was like, man, from like, Mama said knock you out to like, I need love, like like LL just like did everything.
Dude, LL had a crazy range because I think
that
about
guy,
like
bro.
Hey Lover and like doing it.
Yeah.
And then, you figure 10, 15 years before that, he had Mama Said Knock You Out and, all this other shit. But when I got introduced to LL, it was the like Hey Lover, it was like doing it. It was like
I like his early shit. I like his early shit for me is on my favorites. But what else, man? And he talked about Obama. So when Obama called him up and was like, yo, like I need you to help me campaign. He goes, that was the point where he goes, wow, man, like hip hop means something. And like there's an impact that this thing has, this genre of music that people called a fad, that we were able to move past that, and now we have an impact on the culture. And now look, the guy who's running for president is calling me, to
use my influence.
To use my influence, right?
Bro, hip hop is pop culture.
Absolutely.
I conversation with people all the time. I go, if hip hop, if it gets big in hip hop, it's gonna drive pop culture. Do you think about everything, dude? From even now, I hate on these fucking kids walking around with purses and fanny packs, and you go, it's because of hip hop. Skinny jeans, because of hip hop. Like, you want something to get big, bro? Just get the hip hop community behind it, and then it drives pop culture. Like, and it's funny, man. Like, it just doesn't get its like due. Like, people just are so dismissive. Corporate America is usually dismissive. Like, they use it like when it translates into dollars, but you go, man, hip hop drives so much of just pop culture and just fashion and fads and everything in general, man. Like, hip hop drives even like music across the board, I would say, like, is influenced by hip hop in some way, shape, or fashion, man. Like,
yeah, no, it was really cool, man. So that one, and I saw LL's, and LL kind of did the normal, like, oh, I want to thank my team, my family, and all of that. He did thank a couple MCs where he was like Marley Marl, Rick Rubin, who's
yeah, I love
right?
Rick Rubin, man. Producer, mega producer.
Yep. Kumo D, Cannabis. He thanks Russell Simmons. But at the very towards the end of his speech, he actually acknowledged rock and roll, and he was like, "Man, I want to thank you guys, but I also want you guys to realize that what we do is real, and even though like we take samples from your music, and we make them hits."
Yeah.
And it's so true, man. It was so true. So it was really cool. And at the very end, where he acknowledges like the rock and roll, but then just goes, okay, but now y'all got to give us our props. So I think these two are the first hip hop guys, right, to go into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
We just had some, like within the last couple of years. I thought we had the first. Fuck, man.
Let's say I could be wrong.
I thought I got to go back, but I feel like it was very recent, but I don't feel like they're the first. I'm just trying to think, man, how far back.
Well, fucking, we got
was it Dr. Dre? Didn't Dr. Dre get into the Rock and Roll
before them, man? Before Jay?
I feel like he might have, man. And I felt like the dudes from NWA got in. I felt like Ice Cube got in. I could be way off, man. I just feel like there's other hip hop artists in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it happened very recently, like within the last 5 years.
No, man, JayZ.
It is Jay?
Yep.
Wow, man. The GOAT, man.
Became the first living solo rap artist inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Dude, like, I mean, I'm not even gonna get into it, bro, because you know how I feel about Jay. But what I did see was which I thought was hella dope, was his the video montage that they did for Jay, and it was all these like celebrities reciting lyrics.
Oh no! I haven't seen that.
If you get a chance, go watch it. And I saw it because Jay tweets like one time a year, that whole tweet, and then so of course it shows up and it automatically goes to like the top of the feed, and like it gets a gajillion like retweets and likes or whatever. But like he basically was just like, yeah, I was nervous, I forgot to thank like these people, whatever, blah blah. But then like and then it just goes on, I want to thank everybody who was part of that video, and the video had like people within the hip hop community, but also just normal, like not normal, but other celebrities who were sort of influenced, but they were reading like lyrics of his.
That's dope.
And as they go down the line, you're just like, fucking banger, 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 banger. Like every person, you're just like, man, because sometimes, man, I think hip hop too, it's like if you don't grow up in that culture, a lot of the stuff is hard to understand. I felt like if you took a hip hop song and you handed it to somebody who wasn't a hip hop fan, and you said read the lyrics, right? Like maybe take out the hook and then read what this person is saying. I think a lot of the shit is so profound, but because it gets lost in like whether it's the language or whether it's like the ebonics, whether it's the cadence of it, like you can't understand what they're saying. Like a lot of people sort of like quickly dismiss it, and then you go, man, if you listen, like, dude, Jay has some shit in there where you're just like. It's like super profound, and if you go back to Jay shit in the 90s, super profound. You go to Jay shit now, which is one of the reasons I love him, is like, yo, he aged gracefully. Like, he's not trying to be young. You know, like, Jay raps about shit now where people clown him, where you just go like,
yeah, we start rapping about paintings in his house and shit.
Exactly. And you're just like, I can't relate to that, bro. Like, that's a whole nother
it's another level.
Yeah, man. And there's artists now, like you said, to your point, who use his influence or rock and roll influence and make bangers and make hits to use. I mean, Kanye is a fucking prime example. He uses a shit ton of rock and roll samples and turns them into hits, bro. Like,
yep. So after the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction, which a lot of other artists went in there too. So I'm only sort of spotlighting LL Cool J and JayZ because of the hip hop culture.
Anyone bigger than them though? That got in this week?
Tina Turner.
Oh yeah, Tina's big. But I would push back. Like, is Tina gonna push culture the way LL and Jay push culture, like in their respective genre? Like, Tina's great, but
yeah, she is.
But LL and Jay both pushed. They influenced a generation, man. Like,
yeah, no doubt, and not taking away from anybody. There was other artists in there and groups that I never heard of, but I'll let everybody can kind of do their own, or make their own judgment. One thing I thought that was really cool was there was like an after party that Dr. Dre put together with all 90s hip hop artists. It's on YouTube, folks, so if you want to go check it out. But it was groups like Pharcyde, Eminem was on there, Ice Cube was on there, Souls of Mischief. Remember that, man?
Jeez, man.
Method Man, Redman, Busta Rhymes, Nas, the Ghetto Boys. So it was like an hour and a half of these guys just kind of coming in and kind of doing their hits really quick. And also Puff Daddy and Mace was on there. It was like, and man, as that was going through that hour and a half, I was like, wow, man. Like, I forgot about that. Like Pharcyde. Dude, I used to have a friend, and shout out to Angel. I don't think that he listens, but a friend of mine from high school, he was the dude, he was like the weed man for hip hop. He always had the new shit.
He always had, yeah.
And I remember him, like, he put me on to Pharcyde, he put me on to Souls of Mischief, and it was always those like, oh shit, like, who's that? And he would be like, oh yo, check this out, Pharcyde, and give me like a little history of like, oh, these guys are from wherever. I think those guys are from like Oakland, I think. Don't quote me on that.
You might be right.
But either way, but it was like, it took me back because I was going, music is one of those, it's just one of those things that when you hear it, it not only invokes certain feelings, but it also, like, your memory, like, it takes you back to when, like, either you first heard it or in the club or, whatever. And it's funny, like I said, there was a few things there where it just, like, reminded me of, like, certain people. And it was just like, man, I remember, like, hearing that and how I felt, and, like, the little synopsis that my boy gave me, right? Like, and it was so cool. And like, I haven't seen that dude in such a long time, and I'm actually gonna see him in a couple of weeks. So like I said, that the shit what music does to us, man. And you could remember exactly where you were, what grade you were in, whether if you were in grade school, high school, like what have you, like the block parties, the whatever. Like, music does that shit to you.
Yeah, dude, there's so many songs that, like you said, I listen to them and they take me back to a point in time. And then there's certain like music that I will play specifically based on my mood to either get me in or out. You know what I mean? Like, the power that shit has. It's funny, man. I was just having this conversation with like my family. Like, we were looking at clips on YouTube, like AGT people. And it took me back to a story about you and your dad, about the music, about listening to the songs on radio, and like how he was sort of like nonverbal towards the end, right? And the song got him going. and we were talking about this the Cody kid from America's Got Talent. I've never seen it, but Cody Lee on America's Got Talent. Kid is autistic. He's blind.
Oh yes,
bro. You see him up on stage and they're having the conversation, and then they're telling you that this kid's about to play the piano and sing, and you're like, "Are you sure,
yeah.
bro?" Like, I don't think so. And then he gets on that fucking piano, bro.
Oh my gosh.
And he's just like, bro, the kid gives me goosebumps and like tears almost every time, and I go, "Fuck, man, music does that." Like, only music will bring you out of your like, yo, you can't even hold a conversation without trembles and shakes and stutters and whatever, and then he just turned into a completely different human being, man. And you're just like, I think as a band geek growing up too, like the appreciation that I had for like so many genres of music was like, dude, it can just take you to so many places. Like the spectrum of it is so wide. Like it is me, man. My playlist is bananas. Like if I showed you my playlist, you wouldn't even think it's the same person listening to the whole thing. And it's just like, I always think about that. I'm like, man, like, only music are we that like liberal with? Like our movies, we're all pretty like thing on the movies we like, or TV shows, or people, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But like music, you can go, damn, man. Like most of us are open minded, and we don't listen to just one thing. I don't know, man. It's like the universal language. Do you think about artists that are big around the world to people who don't even speak the language?
Right.
And music just connects like so differently, man. I'm like,
dude, I saw this thing the other day where it was like some like somebody in like an Asian country singing a Michael Jackson song, but they were not good. But they were singing it in English, and you can tell that was like this person did not know English. But to be able to learn a song in another language because of how that beat in this case, right? Because maybe don't understand the words.
The beat, yeah, and
it's the beat and where the person
feeling.
flows and the feeling, right? Like how does that song make you feel? Oh man, music is
so
amazing,
dude. There's a song, man. It trips me out every time from Slipknot of all places.
Oh yeah,
I think it's called Snuff. And every time I listen to this song, it takes me back. I'm like, this fucking guy was going through it, bro. Like, and you just go. The lyrics to it, you listen to it and you're like, we've all been there. And then you go, like, you can feel like, fuck, man, like you can almost feel like what they're going through, like on the paper. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I always think of that song and I go, that has to be one of the most well-written songs of all time. And if I told you, hey, go listen to Slipknot, this song, people would go,
Slipknot,
you're fucking crazy. Yeah, right. Slipknot. And I just go, nah, man, the songwriting and the feelings guy puts behind this song, and you're just like, this shit is incredible. And really, it can come from any genre, because I can take you from that to like an Eric Clapton song that I find equally as moving. It doesn't make sense. Like, it's not supposed to. It's just like music just takes you there, man.
I'm that way about like a few Metallica songs. Where they kind of take you through it, right? Like Unforgiven and One, and there's a few that
One is one of those. Yeah, for me, from Metallica, you're just like.
It's crazy. Like even if you don't like that genre of music, if you like music, you can appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man.
How we doing on time, bro?
This is why we're right at the hour, man. We probably cut this out. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't have anything else I want to hit you with before we. You got any other stories?
I'm gonna get into one unless you get into one, I can save it. It's up to you.
I got a quick one. Well, maybe not. Depends, bro. Yo, this lady. I gotta figure out where she's from. You know what? It don't matter. This lady just sued her boyfriend for not proposing to her after dating for 8 years. First of all, I read the article and I knew immediately why he didn't propose.
You can do that?
She failed.
Can sue for anything.
But I think the lawsuit failed, but she tried. Yo, but her name was Gertrude. I was like, red flag number one, bro. I was like,
it's like Francesca.
Yo, I don't care how bad you are. Your name is Gertrude, bro. Nah, I gotta introduce you at every party, every function. From here on out.
We call her Gigi.
This is. The fuck, Trudy? We call her Trudy. Her last name is Ngoma. Yeah, I guess you might call her Gigi because the N is silent, right? So it's probably Gertrude Goma. It's Ngoma. She attempted to sue her partner Herbert. I mean, because for not, they had a child together. So I mean, I could see some of her beef, but also like, nah, bro, take the hit. It was 8 years, yo.
Come on, Gigi. After 5, you should have walked.
Gigi. If you don't have a ring at minimum by 8, he don't like you, bro.
Yo, I wonder how long was it for that dude to go like, fuck, man, I'm trying to get an exit. I can't.
He's like, I guess I'm stuck. You know what it was? She was giving birth. Yo, well, guess I'm not going nowhere for a while. This is 18 years.
Oh man, but you figure but that's the woman that goes like, I'm gonna sue for this, and then if you're gonna leave me, then I need this, I need child support, I need alimony, I guess you don't get alimony.
Nah, you get child support for the kid. Like,
yeah,
that's it, man. Gertrude, get your ass back to.
Come on, Gigi.
Gigi makes her sound cool, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Oh, dude. I'll get you with this last one before we go. This Florida teacher, bro. I don't know if you've read this story or not.
Ooh, I don't think so.
So she was arrested for child abuse.
Okay.
So 2 days. Now, what's great is, first of all, it's in Florida.
Okay.
2 days after being named Teacher of the Year.
Okay.
There's an Instagram page where this student goes on there, and the Instagram page, I guess for the school, it was in Duval County, which is, I believe, is in Jacksonville. Okay, so they had like this page for the school where they were like congratulating the teacher, and this student was on there like, "Are we sure like this lady?" So her name is Carolyn Melanie Lee. So Carolyn Lee. And the student went on the Instagram page, like, are we sure talking about the same person? Because this is the one that said the N-word like during class. Now, to her defense, she was like, yeah, I said it, but I was reading John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men. But it gets better. So
oh my god,
she sees the shit on Instagram, comes back to school, goes and pulls the girl out of class, and it was like, yo, come with me to my office. The girl claims that she was kind of scared, but she went. So the cameras are like in the hallway, and the cameras see that this teacher, this Melanie Lee, like walking aggressively back to her office with the girl in tow.
Okay.
The next thing the cameras catch is the girl coming out of the office with her hands over her face and going to the guidance counselor's office to report the incident. Apparently, according to the student, who's underage, so they don't have her name or anything, she's like, I went in there and she started hitting me. Yo, she came out with a bloody nose, bro. And then she grabbed her hands, and so the teacher kicked her. This is allegedly.
I don't know why I find that just so funny.
Allegedly, so they fired the teacher. Well, I know they fired. I think she's like on like leave until the investigation is done, whatever.
And this is like a week. You said post winning teacher of the year.
2 days.
2 days.
2 days, bro.
I mean, sound like a teacher of the year to me. Throwing hands as a teacher, bro.
Dude, you ever had a teacher lay hands on you, man?
Unfortunately not.
I was trying. Dude, when I was in...
We've been through this, bro. I'm scarred. Nobody ever wanted to touch me.
When I was in 4th grade, we used to have this really old teacher. Now, I say old because of how young I was, right? And so maybe...
She was 34.
No, she was actually older. I don't know how old.
She was like your age now, bro.
She was 52.
To be fair, I'll give you that. 52 in like the 70s, 80s was 52, bro. That shit was old.
Lived a hard life.
She was hard.
But I remember, man, she was super strict. And like, if you messed around, like, she snatched you up. and she shake the shit out you.
Snatched you up.
So I remember one time, man, we was sitting there and she was like, I don't know for what reason, but she had us all put our head down on the desk. And my boy Ronald, he was like, he picked his head up to like talk to the dude next to him. And she was walking up and down the aisles and she grabbed his head and slammed it down back into the desk.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And he didn't do nothing. His parents never came in. Like, this is like Catholic school.
It's just
and,
normal.
Yeah, Catholic school in like 1984.
Shit, man. Yeah, I don't.
These days, you can't get away with that shit, man.
Yeah, you can't even say the wrong thing, bro,
Yep.
to these kids, man. Dude, while you're on the school shit, I'll do one more. You saw the mom. This was here in Orlando, bro, so this shit hits close. It's in Sand Lake Elementary, bro. This
Come
mom,
on, Florida.
Yo, Florida be doing it, bro. And this mom, bro, her name is Victoria, I'm going to say Treese. She was like a classroom mom, which is like basically, this is one of those moms who comes in every day and just helps, like whatever inside the classroom, right? Usually it's like the little stay-at-home moms that do that shit. Like they go to the class, they volunteer, right? Bro, they asked her to not come because someone anonymously sent a link to her OnlyFans page to the school.
Baby, take your OnlyFans page down.
Bro, how? First of all, like the anonymous parent that found it, like, bitch, you on OnlyFans? Like,
I just wanted to know, what was she doing? Like, was she one of those, like, she's showing her feet? Is she showing, right? Is she showing like full nudity?
Do you think it matters? Like, does it would you not want that mom in your kid's classroom, assuming she's not doing anything during like classroom time, right? Assuming she's just being a mom.
Yeah, I'm assuming like the schools need the help.
Yeah.
So
especially
no,
this day and age.
Yeah, I don't care. And then like,
does it change it for you if his feet are full on fucking on camera? Like, how deep in the fetish we willing to go? Like,
am I the principal?
What's how bad do you want to send classroom, mom?
Send her up here. We're gonna have to examine this page together.
I feel like, have you posted your video for today yet?
Let me help you with that.
How do you feel about a collab? I know it's a little cliche on the principle, but still. Bro. Dude, I'm like looking at that shit like, why do you care?
So they got rid of her?
They got rid of her, bro. They told her not.
Wow.
And so now she's suing for like $1 million.
Bro,
like,
well, I don't know how she can sue, but I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, sometimes I think about even things that we do on here, and I go like, yeah, man, somebody one day is gonna listen to what we talk about and we joke about, and it's not gonna like it.
No, this shit's definitely coming back. I've accepted that, bro.
Yeah.
I got my speech ready, bro, and everything.
Listen, send it to me.
I got you, bro. I got a whole speech ready for this shit, bro. It's the whole Conor McGregor thing. I'm like, I like to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody, and then I'm just going crazy, bro. I said what I said. I'm going ham, bro.
That's dope. All right, man. Tell them where they can find us.
All right, man, if you guys aren't following us yet, make sure you check us out on IG for the recipes. We posting the videos on TikTok now of us making the recipe, so peep that.
Yeah, we fucked up this week, so it's not going to be on there.
Yeah, we did. Y'all know our content game, we be struggling a little bit. We old heads. But check us out on there. Check us out on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, TuneIn, Geo7, Ghana, Facebook. I mean, everywhere. If we're not on something that you like, hit us up. We'll put it on there. Amazon Music's the other one I forgot. So tell your Alexa to play us, and she'll do the thing.
Oh, that's right.
But yeah, man, thanks for the support, man.
My mother listens now, man.
Through
the Amazon. So she has the video joint.
Yeah.
And she does that.
She could put YouTube on there and watch the YouTube video too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
no, she listens, man. So, Mom, if we curse too much this week, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and thank you for the card. I appreciate you.
All right, as always, thank you guys, and I guess we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Peace.
Bye.